understand the waste management crisis and the risk it poses to health and the environment, let's look at the case of Delhi. As per the information shared by the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, the city generates 11,332 tons of municipal solid waste per day. Of 11,332 TPD, 4,360 TPD is disposed of at the dump sites. Delhi has 3 dump sites, aka man-made mountains of garbage: Ghazipur, Bhalswa and Okhla. The oldest dump site in Ghazipur was commissioned in 1984 and crossed the permissible height of 20 meters in 2002. It has been overflowing since then and stands at around 40 meters as per the MCD. Similarly, Bhalswa dump site started in 1995, exceeded its capacity in 2006, and Okhla dump site commissioned in 1996 was declared exhausted in 2010. The 3 dump sites in Delhi have been ticking time bombs with burgeoning waste.
Landfills like this or dump sites like this are highly hazardous to the cities. There's always wet waste which is rotting and which is polluting the groundwater, polluting the soil. Methane gas is coming out from the decomposition of wet waste, which is one of the most potent greenhouse gases. So it's part of the whole climate change thing, and all the climate warming up, heating up is because of greenhouse gas emissions. And of course, there are vectors of diseases like flies and mosquitoes which breed on all this wet waste. So, and there's so much of toxic hazardous waste which is also on the landfill. So you have sanitary waste, you have all the COVID masks, gloves, you have sharps, you have battery waste, e-waste, you name it, everything that the city uses is dumped in the landfill. So it's not just polluting the commons, but it's also very, very hazardous to the people, specifically if I talk about the informal waste picking sector.
Now, contamination is one aspect of the risk these dump sites pose. According to a report titled Assessment of the Amount of Damage to Environment on Account of Dump Sites in Delhi, the 3 dump sites have collectively caused nearly 450 crore rupees in damage to the environment. The study assessed the ecological damage due to Bhalswa dump site at 155.9 crore rupees, Okhla at 151.1 crore rupees and Ghazipur at 142.5 crore rupees. Now, on dump sites, the biodegradable or wet waste decomposes over time. The anaerobic decomposition, which refers to the breakdown of organic waste in the absence of oxygen, generates methane gas, which is flammable and generates heat. That's the reason why dump sites in Delhi, especially in summer, often catch fire. Even if there are not full-fledged fire outbreaks, these sites are always smoldering in patches. Waste workers live around these dump sites and battle the health and environmental hazards on a daily basis.
कम से कम 2 फुट तक यहाँ कीचड़ हो जाते हैं और चला नहीं जाता, पानी भर जाता था बारिश के टाइम में। घरों में भी आ जाता है। हाँ, घर में कई बार पानी आ जाता है, फिर 2-3 दिन बाद फिर घर पे हम वहाँ से मतलब घर से निकाल जाते हैं, घर पे हम रह नहीं पाते, इतना पानी आ जाता है। फिर क्या मतलब कहीं ऊँचा जाएगा देख के हम रह लेते, फिर जैसे पानी सूख जाते साफ़ सुथरा करके हम घर पे जाते हैं। बारिश के टाइम में बहुत दिक्कत हो जाती है, यहाँ पानी निकालने कोई जगह भी नहीं है।
बारिश हो जाता तो ये डूब जाता मैम।
क्या करते हो, कहाँ रहते हो फिर बारिश में?
बारिश में चलना पड़ जाता है, क्या करें, मजबूरी है, रहना पड़ जाता है। अब मकान छोड़ के कहाँ जाएंगे।
Delhi is looking at waste-to-energy plants to treat a chunk of the fresh waste produced by the city. A waste-to-energy plant is a technology that uses waste to generate electricity. Currently, Delhi has 4 operational waste-to-energy plants at Okhla, Ghazipur, Bawana and Tekhand. Together, they process 6,078.5 tons of fresh waste and 828 tons of refused derived fuel, that's RDF, that comes from the dump sites. Along with this, 2 more WTEs are proposed, one at Narela, Bawana and another at Ghazipur. The expansion of existing WTEs at Okhla and Bawana has also been proposed.
waste to energy plant, the whole word is the name is a misnomer. It's basically a waste management tool. It doesn't really produce much electricity. The way electricity produced is negligible. It doesn't take care of any of our electricity needs in the city. Like, you need a certain kind of waste to run a waste to energy plant. It has to be high calorific waste. So according to GIZ, the kind of calorific waste that a waste to energy plant needs is 1800 kilocalories per kg. But Indian waste is low in calorific value, is high in moisture content, and is less than 1500 kilocalories per kg. So how is this technology going to work in India? And the solid waste management rules 2016 clearly say that waste to energy plant, the waste that goes there should be non-reactive, should be non-biodegradable, it should be non-recyclable. Only these kind of waste can go. But at the moment, if segregation is not happening, how do you send that kind of waste? All we are doing is that we are using a lot of the government's money in using a technology which really doesn't work in the Indian context.
Instead of becoming a solution, WTE plants have become an added problem, as seen in the case of Okhla. The plant is located 35 meters away from 806 DDA SFS flats of Pocket A and Pocket B of Sukhdev Vihar and is in close vicinity of densely populated colonies of Haji Colony, Gajar Manjil and Noor Nagar. The pollution caused by Okhla WTE is such that the doctors are now advising residents to relocate if possible.
The patients who I am dealing with, my pregnant patients, they are suffering from constant mild headaches, a lot of breathlessness, itching in the skin, a lot of dermatitis, lesions on the skin, and many other problems. WTE plant is adding to the woes which Delhi is already having, being the most polluted city. The pregnant women especially have a low immunity, and this plant is worsening the condition.
Objective is to get it moved from here, from the residential. Yeah? It is the proximity to the densely populated areas where the real problem is. We are not fighting against waste to energy plants throughout the country.
According to the experts, one of the main reasons behind Delhi's garbage problem is a lack of waste segregation at the source, something that is mandatory under the Solid Waste Management Rules 2016.
The wet waste, which is biodegradable in nature, can be composted. The most conventional technique is composting, in fact. It can be composted in a decentralized manner, and we can generate some soil enrichers or compost out of it. Dry waste also has a value. Sanitary waste is something where we have to adopt certain recycling technology which is yet to be explored. Now people are talking about recycling of sanitary waste also. But as of today, we can just send it to the, if we get source separated sanitary waste, we can send it to the biomedical waste incinerators.
Segregation at source भी होना चाहिए, segregation घरों में भी हो सकता है. Segregation कई घरों में होता नहीं है because of एकदम से पूरे शहर का culture change करना it's not possible. तो जो collect करते हैं वो भी segregate करते हैं. और अब जो वेस्ट टू एनर्जी प्लांट्स हैं उसमें काफ़ी हद तक काफ़ी सारा कूड़ा उसमें सीधे भी जा सकता है.